Last night, our embassy in Beirut went up in flames. We had also attacks on our embassy, the green zone inside Iraq, drone attacks. We've had the French and our embassy under siege. We had constant burn. We've had a protest all around the world, and the whole world is being incensed in the flames. But there's something rather strange. Something don't add up. Indeed, there is something fishy in Gaza. Well, let me show you about this, guys. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We're going to do a share screen here. Bing, bing. All right, guys, here it is. This is from the Iranian website, Press TV. This is their official news outlet from Iran. And this is a recent article. This article was posted today in their time, 10:43 p.m. So this is like the latest thing they wanted to put out on this story. Protest rage on across the world after Israel reduces Gaza Hospital to rubble. Well, there's about two things wrong with this. One, Israel reduces, and the other, hospital to rubble. And just so happens that the very protesters shown here is in the Cannon Congressional Building in Washington, D.C. These insurgents made it inside the building, yet, guys, don't know how they got through security, but they were allowed in. So, as other people have been allowed in before, it seems. But anyway, at least it was not violent, as far as I know, in this protest, but many have been, and this is still going on. But this is what they are putting out now, just to show you the front page of Press TV. Every drop of Palestinian brings Israel closer to downfall. They're not refuting these claims whatsoever, not one bit. However, like I said, there's just one little bitty problem with it, actually two. And that is that we now have video of the scene showing the explosion is from the parking lot, and the buildings are intact. Yes, the hospital building stands. It's not been reduced to rubble. And there's another problem. It's the body count's a problem. And so this challenges the bomb that they claim was used. And what did it do? Well, it burned some cars. So apparently it blew up in the sky above it. And there's video that confirms that, my friends. There are video that confirms that. And there's also video that seemingly shows this is a rocket launched from Gaza. Yes, by Hamas. And in fact, there's even audio that the IDF has of Hamas people admitting that, as on their channels as they were talking to each other. And they decided to make a story out of this to fan the flames around the world. And it's working because their media is not refuting it. Here it is in Al Jazeera. So let me show you before I go to Al Jazeera, before we go into that. This is, guys, if you want to find out about this, just search video of rocket that hit Gaza Hospital. Now, if I show the full video, this platform will give me a ding, but there's plenty of videos here of this stuff, guys. But that would be considered content unsuitable for certain things here on this platform. I know I've tried something like this before, and I was rather astonished. So I got to be careful what I show because I can get my monetization taken from me and many other things. So, and I've already had a problem with the video. It just got taken down by the platform yesterday, actually today. In fact, it was this morning. So, guys, you just never know what's going to come, guys. So, yeah, here, the cars are actually still in existent, but they're burned up. All right, I'll show you from Al Jazeera, one of their own websites. They don't refute the rubble claim, but clearly all you see in a hospital is what happened in the parking lot. Now, maybe there's some windows knocked out, but the claims seem to be a little bit on the tall side. Here they are. They're standing in the parking lot talking about, attack. Yeah, what was the title? We are where? Well, maybe they are. It is an open air prison. I'll give them that. And I can give them that they would have a lot of discontent being an open air prison. I'm not trying to refute that part. But those who are not among the at least how many? Yeah, see how many people they say were taken out in the parking lot? Maybe through a few broken windows. That seems a bit high. Also, where are the where's all this? I don't even want to say this word. Where are all these at? The evidence, guys. I'm just highlighting here. I got to be very careful what I say. Very, very careful. But here we are, guys. The building, this is the building. Look, even the solar panels are still intact on our roof. I don't know. The windows, there might be a few, there might be some glass blown in. Probably is. Maybe some people got injured. Maybe, you know, if somebody's in a parking lot and they were underneath this, they probably no longer are breathing. They probably lost some number of people. But was it 500? Where do you have the evidence for that, guys? There's not even a crater here. There's no crater. So this apparently was an airburst. The thing detonated in the air above it. This is actually inside the hospital itself. It is a Christian hospital, guys. Believe it or not. Was it targeted? Did this happen by accident? You know, people would claim either or. I don't know. That I don't have evidence for, so I can't say. But clearly, if you come in here, this is a video of the IDF actually talking. This particular video is the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, making their claims, their say about it. And they've shown quite a bit, guys. Quite a bit has been shown. As you know, our chief potato head, you know, he said that the other team did it. Well, what a way to put it. The other team did it. What a weird way to say it. Anyway, guys, so there it is. I mean, from their own photographs, you can deduce that what was said back over here, what's still on the website, what was just recently posted over a day later. I mean, guys, can you tell me that this is true? Can you say that's true? Just from the photographic evidence alone, the satellite photos. So they had to know that people looked at this in the satellites, but they also had to know that their media was going to put the spin, keep the spin up, because everybody's trying to incite hatred. And that's what's happening. The hatred has been incited. This is a genie that's popped out of the bottle, and I don't think we're putting it back. So I think we're still on the slippery slope heading toward conflict over this. This was probably still the watershed event. No matter what the event was, this may be leading us to all kind of great harm coming down the road. Of course, you know, let's go back here. These guys, before that, was already calling for perhaps preemptive strikes from Iran or Hezbollah on Israel based on what they were projecting to do to try to take out Hamas. They don't make any mention of what Hamas did to make Israel angry. So you see what I'm saying? The medias tend to be one-sided. Propaganda is running heavy, probably in both sides. But guys, what has been happening has been egregious, yes. But all this may be just designed to ramp up hatred, to bring it on, to cause the conflict, my friends. That's what I'm concerned about. So, you know, given I think we're heading toward a slippery slope here toward a world war, it may be a good time to come in here and take advantage. Go to prepwithgreg.com. It is time to buy your prepping supplies. I think time is running out. I see we're sending a lot more ships into the area, including now a command ship. So, guys, it is getting tense. I highly encourage you to go to prepwithgreg.com and check out the 3-month supply of food you can get for under $600, $597 for 3 months. It's over 2,000 calories a day. They're not talking servings. They're talking the calories, which you need. 21 varieties, a 25-year shelf life, and this is something you can bug out with. You can bury it. It's hermetically sealed. The packages are sealed. That gives you a lot of options when the store shelves go empty. And you can also come up here into the store if you hit my purchase supply button here and buy things like potassium iodine and other survival supplies and gear and different options. You can get number 10 cans of different foods and different things. Oh, yeah, they got drinks and some desserts in here, too. Anyway, prepwithgreg.com. Give it some serious consideration with everything coming at us. All right, IDF tells the world this is how it actually, how Hamas basically did it. And so they're showing a photograph of these cars before they got run through the toaster. I'll just put it that way. So that's the before satellite images. There's after satellite image. That's an after satellite image from the night right there. Indeed, the buildings are still standing. So there's a lot of data here. You can find all this stuff. Like I said, this is in Jerusalem Post. You can find the other stuff by Googling. DOD says that the other satellite, JB said the other team was responsible. So I don't know, guys. So as I said, he backed that claim for whatever it is or not worth. So it kind of reminds you of this little video here. They're showing a body. They're taking it. This body, this boy that was supposed to take it out. You hear the siren, y'all go running. Well, what else goes running? Yeah. Seems like the rumors of his demise were a little bit overstated. Well, you see, they play these games. Both sides. And I'm not saying, there's plenty of blame on both sides, guys. I can see things that would incite hatred from both ends. But holy smoke, guys. But look this. This is what I'm talking about. This is out of the Times of Israel. Arab press largely unswayed by Israeli evidence. Yeah, they're not even mentioning it in most cases. They won't even mention it. But they presented a lot of evidence to include audio. And, here's the guy, the Israeli spokesman, Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari, showing all kinds of evidence to back this up, including where it came from and everything like that. So they make quite a case. But the hatred has already been flamed. The genie is out of the bottle. That's the problem. The genie is out of the bottle, my friends. All right. Hey, I'm a safety guy. I'm redundant. I'm redundant. Case in point. So, yeah, U.S. Embassy in Beirut set on fire. Americans told not to travel to Lebanon. Molotov cocktails thrown at consulate in Turkey. So this stuff is going on all over the world. There's tons of accounts of things happening. Just remember, there's other things on the move, potentially on the move too. We all go, well, yeah, Israel's got nukes. Well, so does Pakistan. What did Nawaz Sharif said, his son-in-law? Well, he said that Pakistan's atom bomb is not only for this country, but for all Muslims. So the specter of nuclear war is going up. Because one thing you got to bear in mind, if the Hamas comes in, if Iran comes in, and quite a few organizations are piling in on Israel, well, Israel don't have enough ammo and probably forces to counter all that. It'd be like Santa Anna's army coming in on the Alamo. They could be overwhelmed. That's where Israel may go nuclear. Anyway. And the White House has discussed U.S. military response of Hezbollah attacks. Of course, this is supposed to happen if Iran moves in to try to get rid of those people that attacked them weekend before last. So, my friends, this is getting very ugly. Oh, yeah, this is the outside of the hospital. That was actually inside. This is in the parking lot, guys. Again, in the parking lot. There's some video. This guy said it could be thermobaric. Who knows? So there we are. Of course, here's the embassy in Beirut on fire. Here's attacks, things going on in Jordan. That's at the Beirut embassy. I showed last night, you guys, or wee hours this morning, the big crowd going in there. But all these NGOs who are part of the non-governmental organizations who participate and support the UN, they still are buying into this on that topic and are putting it out heavy. And in fact, here's a list of the NGOs that are putting that story out. And here's their tweets. Tons of them. Tons of them. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's see if I see the picture. Where's that picture of supposedly of all the bodies? I think it's in here. Maybe. Seen it somewhere in one of these postings somewhere. Not that one. Basically, they show a handful of blankets over something. You don't know what it is, but it don't look anything to be approaching 500. Were there 500? How do you get 500 out of a parking lot? I don't know. You tell me. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it was, but I have a hard time seeing it based on what I've actually been seeing online here. Gaza ground invasion. Israel's actually talking about looking at other options right now. Maybe not going in with a full bore invasion, but they definitely want to go after Hamas. So what's going to happen? Here we are. Just read that for yourself. I might have got in trouble when I used this word here. I hope not. I borrowed it from this article, I guess. That might have been a bit dangerous. Oh, yeah. And here is that Congress lady, Rashida Tlaib, speaking at a rally. And she does not, she's still on that story, even though supposedly evidence shows otherwise. She did not speak to that. She was still towing the party line that you saw over here in Press TV. A U.S. Congresswoman. How about that? So Biden touts aid negotiations. Is Israel not responsible? Well, maybe they should call it the parking lot blast. I don't know. Oh, there they are. I know. Don't look like 500 to me. And what's in there? We don't really know that either. Okay, they got some feet sticking out. Well, you hit a parking lot, you're going to lose some people. These people might have been dragged in from other things too. We just really don't know. We don't know. There's more we don't know than there is that we do know. I'm not saying one way or the other, but that looks to me to be, a few hundred shy of 500. But what I know, I'm not there. Anyway, guys, aircraft carriers are being deployed all over the place. It's getting nuts. It's getting crazy, guys. So, and you got to consider if the Strait of Hormuz gets blocked, the price, or if Hezbollah hits and Lindsey Graham follows through his pledge to file legislation to attack the oil refineries in Iran. Either way, the price of oil, or the OPEC nations may decide once again to do a oil embargo like they did in 1974, which means gas would be like unavailable and the prices would go through the stratosphere. So, my friends, this could get ugly fast, and it could wreck our economy is in really bad shape right now. This could be the boulder that breaks the camel's back. It ain't a straw. We're talking a boulder. So, guys, another reason, consider taking care of your assets. I'd consider defythegrid.com. And if you want to go there, they got a deal where you can buy gold and silver and bars, the bullion. You can buy coins, you can buy rounds, or you can get my favorite here, the gold backs. And they got a deal. If you find a better deal anywhere else, they'll meet it or beat it. Defythegrid.com. Use discount code GreenGregs. What I like about this stuff is you can stick it in your wallet. And it comes with nominations as small as 1/1000th of a troy ounce of gold. These are actually pure gold, every one of those. And you can put them in your wallet. So it's pretty cool. Defythegrid.com. All right, guys. Well, we are in a serious situation, and a very, very serious. The hatred is being fanned to this moment. They're not backing down in any form from that. So The whole world is about to catch on fire. Let's hope that something comes along that douses some water on the fire and puts people in a different perspective, but I'm not seeing it. It's like they want war. It's really like that's what they want. And indeed, the events that Hamas did, they knew what they were doing, and they knew that would incite a counterattack, and they wanted that so that then they could trump it up and use that as an excuse to inflame their part of the world and bring them in for what they want to see happen. And this plays in the hands of Iran. It plays in the hands of Russia and probably China too. And a lot of the Muslim countries where the leadership didn't want to go along with this, their population is now mad and angry. They may have no choice if they don't get overthrown. So this is a very serious situation. I don't want to downplay that for 1 second. You need to be prepared and better consider what slipped across our southern border, because this stuff could come home right here. Not just in the United States. We've seen protests in other nations all around the world, including down in Australia, of all places. So, guys, watch out. Watch out. Keep your eyes wide open, head on a swivel. Stay situationally alert. Get your preps ready. Coordinate with your family, and better get your gas tank full. And if you got any gas cans, fill them up while the price is still down. Take advantage before this all burns down. All right, my friends. Prep and pray. Greg out.